Yeah, good morning YouTube. So I'm in the process of building more balance cables. So I've only got one of my 3 battery packs here with a balance cable hooked up. So I just finished this one up last night. It's got a 8-pole JST connector there, and then I've soldered on 8 extension wires with spade lugs to clip into my batteries. So, I don't know, these balance cables came with some really weird wire colors, but I tried to match the wire colors with the actual extension wires. So we need purple first. Get these in here. Get one, and then I need blue wire next, and then green, and then orange next. And we need a yellow, and then white, and then red, and then black has to go onto here. That's your most positive. So there we got the 8 wires, and what I like to do is plug this in here just to check and make sure everything looks good. The 80% state of charge is kind of off. This one is assuming 4.1 or 4.2 volts. But there we have 391, 392. So one's a little bit high, 394, 392. 392, 390. So yeah, this one hasn't been hooked up to a balance charger for a while. And 27.46 total. So these packs are hooked up through the plus and minus connector, but not through the balance cable. Everything looks good. We're all in sequence. Into the second connector. Okay. Probably a little hard to see the display there, but it's got one high cell and one low cell. Yeah, so here's the Wi-Fi display. So yeah, we've got cell 3 and 7, or it's like 4 and 1. So we're balancing those out. Now it's showing 18 millivolts. I think the 74 millivolts there is while it's doing the discharging. So we've got cell 1 is high. Now it's on cell 2 and 3. We've got 2 of the 3 battery packs are on balance charging now. So usually what I do is let this sit for a day or so. Let the SBMS 120 balance out that second battery pack. And then I'll try to build up another balance cable. Then we'll plug it in and then get all 3 battery packs connected up to the balancing circuit. Okay, and now I've got all 3 of the 7S battery packs connected to my balance cable board here. So this is just a piece of perf board that I've soldered a bunch of 8-pin JST-XH connectors into. So this board has traces that run that direction, so I just took advantage of that and soldered all these connectors in. And I think ultimately this board will be the main connection point for all of my slide out trays of batteries. So the idea is there'll be this board which has this terminal strip where I connect up to the SBMS 120 balance cable here, and then I've got the 8 wires that run down to this terminal block here, and then that connects to all these balance connectors. So then the idea is I'll probably have a smaller one of these boards with maybe 4 connectors in each slide out shelf in my shed. So the 4 batteries on each slide out shelf will have a connector to plug into, and then there'll be one cable running out of that slide out shelf up to this board, which then plugs in here and connects to the SBMS 120. For instance, this would be a setup with like 3 of my slide out shelves, so I'd have shelf 1, 2, and 3, and if I wanted to isolate, say, shelf 3, I could unplug this connector and the 3rd shelf would be disconnected from the system. So, and then each shelf will come up here and also plug in to power, so I can disconnect the cable for a particular shelf, and I can disconnect the balance cable for a particular shelf, all the batteries on that shelf are disconnected from the system so that I can take it apart or change out a failed battery or add a battery or whatever I need to do. Let's go take a look at the SBMS 120 and see how it's doing. Yeah, so here we go. It's a kind of an overcast morning, but we're at about 49% state of charge, and you can see we're under 10 millivolts difference from the high to the low cell. So when you run the 7S, there's one of the 8 modules, or one of the 8 cells is missing here. So you can see there's a 4, a missing one, and then 3. 834, and then we're at 842 or so. So we're, yeah, within 10 millivolts, so everything's balancing up. It takes this thing a few days to balance out a new pack when I add them in. Yeah, everything's working pretty well, so just thought I'd show you the updated system here. All the balance cables are plugged in, ready to go. Time to start building some more batteries. I have to finish testing a bunch, and then I can pick out some groups and make some 7S batteries and put them in the system. So that'll take a little while. I'll update you when I get to those batteries, but the next video we'll take a look at the capacity testing of the 3 modules that I took out of service, and we'll see how those stood up over the last 2.5 years. So stay tuned for that, and as always, thanks for watching.